Women Up Radio, designed to facilitate women's empowerment, improve your career, develop your talents, incorporate your passions, achieve fulfillment and success.
Hello, this is Anna Letitia Cook of Women Up Radio, speaking to the girls on the road about their quest to support women entrepreneurs around the world. Fernanda and Taciana are visiting 24 countries, interviewing women, researching the conditions, the business ecosystems, the challenges and the advantages that exist in each country. Today we're going to Africa and we're visiting Kenya. So hi Fernanda and Taci, how are you both today?
Hi Anna, how are you? You're awesome.
Great, thank you. So tell me, Kenya, what's the general vision of business and women in business, women entrepreneurs in Kenya?
Very, very positive.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. Kenya has really becoming a very important entrepreneurial country in the African continent, along with Nigeria, for example, and South Africa. And this is due in part of the huge effort that the government is doing to promote entrepreneurship with a very specific objective. They really believe that entrepreneurship is probably the only way to help reduce the level of unemployment.
Yeah.
So they are taking, action to really promote that, to invest, for example, in have more angel investors, to form angel investors to really invest in entrepreneurs in the country, explaining how it works, and of course also contributing with money. The country has been improving for the past years, so that counts a lot. So much that international investors are really now taking attention again regarding Kenya. And regarding women, they are doing a lot. A lot of networks and empowerment. And the government, for example, they decided to have this very specific norm that for any new when the government has to buy something or to hire a service, they have to make a bid, of course, and at least 30% of the companies who to make a bid, they have to be women founded companies. Yes. So you can see that they're really serious about making this change and making good things happen.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, my next question about what does it mean to be a woman entrepreneur in Kenya seems like it's going to be a positive answer from you.
Yes.
Okay. So what does it mean for them?
I think it means that they see that they can have space, they can grow, they can build different business, build different types of business. They see organizations also getting together to talk more and to spread the word and show women how entrepreneurship can be a path for them as well. Yeah. We were able to talk to quite a few entrepreneurs. Wasn't difficult. Women would refer each other. They kind of have this idea of a support system that they wanted to share experiences. Was very, very
very positive. And of course, we talked to a group of women, who are very well educated. So, as Kenya is a former British colony, they have still a very special relationship with not only UK but other countries in Europe in terms of investment in their education. So they have many opportunities and they're taking advantages of these opportunities. So of course we still have a considerable part of women that don't have access, but they are trying to make the change regarding this as well. So they are very objective oriented to make the scenario very different, especially for those who don't have access to a formal education as many do, but a very, very positive environment for women in general.
Oh, excellent. And so what are the main factors in the business ecosystem here?
People, as I mentioned, people are really paying attention to Kenya. So when you have not only investors, but other international organizations that foster entrepreneurship in the country. For example, when we got there, Endeavor, the global organization that foster entrepreneurship in developing countries, they had just opened an office in Nairobi.
Oh, really?
So, because they see that's the right moment to be there.
Yeah.
And along with Endeavor, there are other international organizations who are there physically, with offices, with programs, with training, really investing in the Kenyan entrepreneurs. And also with programs focused on women, which is amazing. And when you have, of course, the government, doing his part as well, so that makes a huge difference, because you have, as we all know, you need all these players in some kind of union, sharing the same objectives to really make a positive change.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And are there any particular challenges or advantages for the women?
I think advantage, one of, like Taci already mentioned, because they have this close relationship with the UK, and also were able to, pretty much many of them were educated abroad, and they have like an easy way of out of Kenya to study and come back and to invest back in the community.
Yes.
They see that because of this, talking English, it's already an asset for them. Yes. Because of course they can touch, international marketers, international investors. It's not like something that you, besides building your business, you have to be worried about. You're fluent and you can express yourself, your business, your ideas in a way that already helps. The best way you tell your idea, the better you're gonna be able to attract people to join you, not only in terms of the money, or also efforts.
Yeah, and what I think was really interesting about Kenya that I had no idea is that, like India, for example, that a whole generation, they kind of skip a period on everybody had, for example, a desktop. So they went straight to a smartphone.
Yes.
That played a major role for India in terms of technology advancement.
Yes.
So you have a whole generation that, you have no idea what a desktop is, but you have a smartphone in your hand. And somehow the same thing happened to the Kenyans.
Yeah.
So that allowed them, for example, the country, to be one of the leading world developers in terms of mobile payment. Everybody in Kenya who has a smartphone and a bank account can pay their bills using the phone. Huh. Anything. If you're a restaurant, if you're in a store, in a supermarket, it's amazing.
Yeah, we saw this. We went with one of the entrepreneurs to have lunch.
Yeah.
And you came, no, let me get this. And she just got her phone, and the waiter gave her a number. She dialed on her phone, and that's it. Yes. It was paid. I was like, really? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes.
I was so how does this work?
So, that somehow shows how vibrant the environment is and how they are pushing forward. And women, they are going along.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's way in advance of here. Right.
Yes, exactly.
So, what about soft and hard skills? Do they have any in common with other countries? Or have they developed any special ones? What's your opinion about that?
And I think as other countries, as we spoke, we are talking to many of the times with women who in some way share the same opportunities, upbringings, having access, having opportunities to talk to other people, to study abroad, or to, being able to think of, I can do it, I can have my own business. So I think they kind of share a lot of the soft and hard skills that we have been talking about in the other, about other countries.
Yes.
And I think that one aspect of their personality is that they are very colorful, as the whole continent, or most of the continent, in terms of they are happy.
Yes.
They always try to put a positive spin to everything.
Yeah.
So that, and when you're trying to build something that you're going to face so many challenges, this is key. to keep your spirits, your spirits high. So, and they have that. These women, they do have that. They, of course, have huge challenges. Something that we saw in other countries is still there. they still have to deal with sexes. They still have to deal with, taking so many other responsibilities besides building a business, being a mother, being a wife. No, it's all on them. And they know that. But, they still keep their spirits really high. I think that's a powerful skill to have.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. If you're naturally happy and positive, it makes the whole world an easier place to live in. So
yes.
Okay, so can you tell us about one key motivational difference in Kenya which could be helpful to other women entrepreneurs around the world?
Yes, I think even before we get Africa, people we talk to, they say, African women, as we all know, they have to face a lot of the difficulties that every woman face, but I think a bit harder there. They say that they have this vibrant energy, but there is like a lack of time, because of course they have to be these amazing entrepreneurs. They have to take care of the kids, and they have to pretty much do everything. The support level that they get from their partners are not that grand.
Yeah.
So I think the key motivator is like that, I will be able to keep up my business, to further my family and myself professionally. So they have this attitude of, I can have it all, I do it all. And, it's like it comes more natural when we talk to them.
Yeah. And there's another thing. I think they really want to change the country. I think it's a huge motivator when trying to achieve something. They really want to change the country, and as I mentioned, really put Kenya or keep Kenya in the spotlight within the African continent. We can only hope that all the political things that are happening right now in Kenya really do not stop what they are trying to achieve. So I think that's a key motivator for them.
Sounds excellent.
I think also to break this idea that as we have, like when we think, like we mentioned that before also, like when people sometimes only think in Brazil about carnival and soccer players.
Yes.
And I think African countries also want to fight this idea that people will look at Africa, let's do a safari and that's it. Yeah. Or either poverty or, these beautiful resorts for wealthy people. So I think these women also wanted to keep this image that there's a lot more in Africa, that people should, take interest in just not only go for vacation, but take advantage of all the intellectual capabilities that they have and business that they are, putting together that can, spread in the world as well.
But if you do go to Kenya only for vacation, oh my God, it's gonna, you're gonna have the time of your life. Go to the Masai Mara, do a safari, because it's definitely worth doing it.